What's up, guys? This is the first episode of the Huddle Podcast with Jacob in the De'Aaron Fox Kings jersey and Aiden in the Titans jersey, which is AJ Brown. So
Yes.
sad
RIP.
for them.
so
And
salty.
I have the CeeDee Lamb jersey because Cowboys best.
I
All right.
disagree.
Well, you're wrong. So we're gonna start out with is Nolensville High School football Friday Night Lights happening in about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah,
It's against Rockdale. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna win.
I don't
Easy.
even know Rockdale's mascot. They're that bad. Can't believe they
hope-
wanted to play us.
yeah, there's no way. We were undefeated last year. We're gonna go undefeated again this year.
I mean,
missed chance, though.
hopefully. Yeah, we missed Chance and Samson and we got
Quarterback.
yeah
They have bright
Kobe.
futures though.
Yes, and we have Zion, our running back, a sophomore or
Yes.
a junior
So
last
quick.
year, senior this year.
5'6"
good.
running back.
Yeah, the
Zion's a
5'6",
mascot. Remember the name.
and our very own Jaden Stitt, middle linebacker.
He's on the team.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was
All
on
the
the team.
sophomores.
Honestly.
He's Jaden. Of course, he's on the team.
all the sophomores
Yeah.
are on the team, but they just stand on the sideline.
All right, Jacob. What are your thoughts? What are your emotions going into the first high school football game?
Well, it's gonna be real fun just watching it. I might try out next year. I gotta bulk up with my tiny arms, but I'm hyped. But yeah, it should be. It'll be fun.
Yeah, we get to sit in the sophomore section this year. I don't know if that's a
Finally.
good thing.
It's gonna be different from last year for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
the top is honestly kind of fun.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get smushed.
But at least it won't be as cold though, because the top is just the wind.
Yeah, I guess,
Dude,
and there's no chance we could
75
fall
degrees.
off.
Yeah, that's true. Last year, the big teddy bear kept finding its way off the edge.
Yeah,
The thing died like
I
4
forgot
times.
about that.
That was the
I
highlight of the
completely
year.
forgot that was a thing.
I don't
Did
have
Magic
anything
do that?
Hawaiian.
There's gonna be beach balls today.
Yeah, I don't have anything Hawaiian to wear.
Should have got a game day shirt.
I was gonna get a
Yeah.
Hawaiian cowboy shirt, but I didn't.
Anyways, Little League happened. Our very own Nolensville Little League team kind of cracked.
What was the final score?
It was a
8-1
7. Was it 8-1?
was the final
I missed
score.
the end.
Yes.
8-1.
Yes.
Stella, absolute baller.
Yes. Absolutely.
She was the 10th ever girl to have a hit in the Little League World Series game.
Oh, nice.
I saw that stat. But
She's
that
like-
was
She's the 22nd female to just play in a Little League World
Yeah.
Series.
Nice.
But
3-0 at
that
the
was-
end of the first inning.
mhm,
That was
great
rough.
game.
Very solid game.
Spectacular. Just good start. We got second in the U.S. last year, going for first this year.
We're gonna get it.
Oh
Yeah, we're favorite. We're the second favorites in the entire thing,
Who are we
behind
behind?
California. California in the U.S.,
Okay.
which took Hawaii's spot.
We did beat Texas last year.
Yeah,
They were good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got it this year.
We'll at
just like
least-
Nolensville's
we'll at
got it
least
this year.
win a few games.
Nolensville's winning
Yeah.
state this year. Easy.
we already won state. We're in nationals basically now.
We do play
No,
Seattle,
I'm talking
Washington.
about Nolensville High School football. It's
Oh,
winning
I thought
state
you were
this
talking
year.
about the.
And
I thought you were talking about-
Nolensville is just winning everything this year.
All right, they do play Seattle, Washington at 2 p.m. on Monday.
All right, gotta watch that.
That'll be a game to watch. It is on ESPN, so watch it.
Or don't. I don't really care.
We care. We care, Jacob.
We do care. You have to watch it.
Very important. If you are watching this video, you have to watch the game. We are forcing
All right.
you
They will be forced to watch the game. You don't have a choice.
to. No.
All right.
You want to do the AP preseason poll?
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
College
Can you s-
football is happening. Only about a week and a half away.
That'll
And
be.
so
what are your
hyped.
thoughts?
So hyped for football. College
Is
football
Oklahoma? Is
college
Oklahoma
football
gonna
might be better than the NFL.
Uh,
Maybe.
I don't know. They're both really good.
That
I
is
don't
an
know.
argument.
Is Oklahoma going to be good this year?
I don't think so.
They
Oklahoma's not
are
terrible.
ranked.
Yeah, they are ranked.
They are
They had a
ranked number 20.
really good recruiting class, including forget his Taylor Wine from Nolensville Edge.
He's gonna
Uh,
be a number 1 pick.
yeah, I think we'll be good.
He'll be solid. Where is it?
Michigan is first. Oh wait, no, Georgia's first, and then Michigan.
Georgia is first.
Aiden, as a Michigan fan, how do you feel about that?
I feel it's a fair rating. Georgia obviously back-to-back national champions. They're obviously gonna be number 1, no
I'm
doubt.
scared of Georgia. We have to play them every single year, and it's so frustrating.
Jacob,
Kentucky
who's your
fan.
team, Jacob?
I'm a Kentucky fan, and I think we should have been top 25. I'm not saying we should be number one. We're not good at football, but got a good quarterback coming in, transfer portal, good two sophomore receivers that should develop, and hopefully our got our offensive coordinator back, who turned Will Levis into a NFL draft pick,
Second
and
round.
so yeah, I know should have been first round. I'm still salty about that.
Our very own
But
Tennessee Titan, Will Levis.
well, he's not. Yeah, I am waiting for him to start. Then I'm gonna get my Houston Oilers Will Levis jersey.
Aiden, as a Vanderbilt fan, and you as a Kentucky fan, y'all should be scared of the old Boomer Sooners next year or 2 years from now.
Honestly, I'm not too afraid.
Wow.
Why not?
Oklahoma's had a couple down years.
Yeah, I'm not scared of him in
Vandy,
basketball. I'm more scared of him in
Vandy was
football.
1 game away from a bowl game last year. Just
We
saying.
made a bowl game with our worst record in like 10 years.
Well, okay, buddy.
All right, go to the rest of the top 25.
What do y'all think of Ohio State over Bama in the rankings?
Um, I don't know a whole bunch about Ohio State this year. I know they lost Stroud, but Marvin Harrison's a dog, so
Yeah, and then they
yeah,
also have Mika Egbuka.
that's
Great
a.
name, by the way.
Are you just saying that because you know how to say it?
Yes. They have Marvin Harrison and then him on both sides, which is really good.
Yeah, I don't know about their quarterback situation, so not
It's probably
hopefully.
solid.
Yeah, it is
It's
Ohio
Kyle
State.
McCord, correct?
Huh?
Their
I
quarterback,
I think
or is that
that's who
Bama?
they ended up going with, but I think they had a QB battle going on at one point.
Tennessee down at 12, kind of surprising.
Yeah.
I would assume they would have been higher, but I'm happy that they're not higher, to be honest.
Washington cracks the top 10 above Texas and Tennessee. I'm honestly very surprised about that.
I mean, they do have
Washington's
Quinn Ewers. I don't know about Arch Manning. I think he's overrated, but they do have Quinn Ewers.
but Washington has what's his name? Who's the quarterback for Washington that's supposed to go in the top like 10?
Michael Penix Jr.,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. He reminds me a lot of Michael Vick, which is a coincidence in the name.
Indiana
He's not as
transfer.
he's not as explosive, but he's has the arm. He's a dual threat quarterback, lefty. That's really what he reminds me of. He's the lefty.
Yeah.
Uh,
Y'all think Caleb Williams could go back to back Heisman winner?
I'm still
it's
salty about the first Heisman and him leaving, but I think he's good enough to win it back to back.
Yeah, he's crazy talented. I'm not going to be surprised unless the like random team that doesn't need a quarterback go is at number one. He's going to go number one overall.
I feel obviously Marvin Harrison's up there.
hmm
Um,
Brock Bowers,
Bo Nix and Michael Penix are obviously gonna be up there too. So it could
Brock
be
Bowers
interesting.
is a stud.
Yeah.
I want him on the Titans really badly, but we got Chigs, so it's not necessarily a great fit.
Chig is gonna be pretty solid.
I've
Yeah,
heard a lot about Oregon, but they're down at 15.
yeah. Oregon's always supposed to be good, and then they're just okay. I mean, they're always ranked at the end of the season, but they're
Yeah,
always
that's
just
true.
like that game against Georgia, the first game of the season last year was supposed to be a good game, and then they lost like what 49-10.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how good Oregon's gonna do.
Yeah, it's Bo Nix is a stud. I know he's great. He
And
played at Auburn.
they do have a running back, Bucky Irving, who is number 77 on the top 100 list.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean he's good too. So
I don't know
Oregon,
who
rushed,
that
he
is.
rushed for over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns last year.
I feel like Oregon probably should be higher from what I've heard, but TCU, I don't know if they're going to be good again.
They
They
lost
lost
pretty
their
much all their
quarterback,
players.
I feel
lost
like
their
last year
quarterback,
was
wide
kind of a
receiver.
fluke.
Yeah, I think
Honestly,
last
last year was
year,
kind of a fluke. Yeah.
I think it was, but I also think they just had a really good, class right there, and then now they're all gone. So
Yeah,
I don't know
Max
how well they're
Duggan's
going to do.
gone. Quentin
I'm
Johnston's
gonna
gone.
root for him though. I like TCU.
Texas A&M is ranked at 23 after their horrible year last year.
Yeah, I don't
A&M
know.
had a
I
great
feel like
recruiting
they could
class
have a
though.
bounce back.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Yeah.
A&M.
OU at 20. I'm just happy they made the top 25.
Who's their quarterback now?
Dylan Gabriel. He's good sometimes, and then sometimes he's not that good, and he gets hurt. So I don't know. I don't
Every
know.
single Titans quarterback.
Yeah,
Every single Titans player.
I'm not that confident in him, but I think we'll be fine. Drake May in North Carolina.
Drake May, potential to go number 1 overall.
Caleb will go before him unless Caleb has a stinker where he throws like 500 interceptions. He's gonna go number one
He
overall.
did struggle with injuries at the end of the year last year, though. That could
Yeah,
obviously hurt him this
the
year.
Tulane Green Waves. I love Tulane.
The Tulane was just a fun college. They were almost undefeated. I think they only lost like one game.
They went 12-2 last year.
Yeah, but they played nobody. I'm just kidding. They
They
actually played
did
some solid
lose
teams.
Tyjae Spears to our very own Tennessee Titans.
To your very own.
So number 1 in the top 100 is Caleb Williams, obvious.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah,
People are saying he's getting Patrick Mahomes comparisons already.
yeah, that's what I've heard. I don't know.
That's pretty crazy.
Mahomes though out of college, he wasn't supposed to be he was supposed to be good. Obviously, he was the Anthony Richardson of that class.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the Bears drafting Mitch Trubisky. Pretty good pick.
Yeah, that was one of the worst draft trade ups of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Pass on Patrick to
punted
get
from it.
Mitch Trubisky.
And then Brock Bowers is number 2. Tight
Yeah, I
end
think
out of
that's fair.
Georgia.
He's not gonna go like number two, but I think he's definitely should go top five.
Yeah, I don't think
Almost
he'll go number
800
2 just because
receiving
tight
yards.
ends. I don't think tight ends, they don't go as high as quarterbacks, but I think it is. I think he is probably number 2 in terms of talent.
Yeah,
I mean, he had 800 receiving yards almost 10 touchdowns. He's even a factor in the running game, too.
Yeah,
yeah, great
and
blocker.
that was with Georgia's other receivers and stuff too. So
Yeah. They also had Darnell Washington, big tight end, second string, who
yeah,
got drafted this year.
yeah, he's good. Who did he get drafted to again?
7. He went to the Steelers,
Steelers.
Steelers.
I
So they
think.
got a pretty nasty tight end group there.
Yeah,
Pat Freiermuth and then Darnell Washington.
I think the Steelers are gonna be good this year. I don't know. I don't like the Steelers, but they're gonna be good.
And then Marvin Harrison's number 3.
Yeah,
That kind of speaks for
Yeah,
itself there.
that's a
Harold
good place.
from linebacker out of LSU is number 4. 8.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and a pick.
Yeah, that's pretty good stats right there.
I've never heard of him, but that doesn't mean he's not good.
He was a true freshman last year, led the team in tackles for loss, sacks, quarterback hurries, and forced fumbles.
Dang. All right, so he is crazy
And in
good.
the
All right.
SEC,
Yeah,
that's pretty solid.
Mhm.
Also,
yeah,
considering the 3 players in front of him could get drafted, he could obviously be one of the top 3, top 2 players in the league.
Since he's only like a freshman last year, I think that's probably one of the players to watch.
For sure. And then Drake May's number 5. We talked about him.
Yep.
Michael Penix is up at 6.
I honestly feel like almost a little bit too high.
Yeah, I agree. 40.
I rate off. I like the offensive line a whole bunch. I'm an offensive line guy. I don't think Joe Alt should be all that up that high, but I honestly would take Joe Alt before I would take Michael Penix. I think that's just not like in the NFL draft, but like just in a player ranking.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
He led the FBS in passing yards per game
Okay.
last year, and then
That's
he
good.
And I'm a Michael Penix guy. I just appreciate offensive linemen more than I appreciate dual threat quarterbacks.
Yeah, they have a hard job.
he turned down the opportunity to enter the NFL draft to return to Washington, so that says something.
That was
Yeah.
that was probably smart. He would have been like a third round pick if he went this year.
Yeah.
And then Blake Corum, running back out of Michigan, number
Okay.
7.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good placement.
Yeah, he's solid.
He
He's
was a
fast.
stud
Not
before he got hurt last year.
he's not Bijan level of stats talent, but I think he's good. He should go in the first round.
If he can stay healthy, that's the only issue, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, last year he rushed for almost 1,500 yards, 18 rushing touchdowns, and he didn't even play 12 full games. He only
Yeah.
played 10 and a half,
Yeah.
and to post up those numbers is kind of insane. Although he did have the best offensive line in the country,
Yeah. I think he
arguably,
should go first round next year.
he should. Right.
I don't know if he will, but he should.
Mhm.
Then number 8, if I can pull it back up. Number 8, Jordan Travis, quarterback out of Florida State.
Oh, I don't. I'm not a Jordan Travis guy. I watched him play a couple of times. He's not bad.
He had some great highlight reel plays though with Florida State.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's got upside. I'm not
I
saying
think
he's
that's
like.
what kind of pushes him up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
More inconsistent, but he's got the talent.
Yeah, and then
Kind of like Anthony Richardson.
yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be a project, but
I think Anthony Richardson should have waited another year. Not just because of, oh, I wanted Will Levis to go number 4 to the Colts. It's just Anthony Richardson. I watched him play like 3 or 4 times against Kentucky. He throws it really far and he can throw it fairly accurately sometimes. It's just that when he makes awful decisions a lot of the time. And it's just not a great NFL quarterback. He's gonna be good, I think, eventually, but he's gonna take more than like your Bryce Youngs or your CJ Strouds to develop.
I don't know. I
although
think
he is taller than Bryce Young.
yeah. I think this will be a.
Well,
I think this will be a project year for Anthony Richardson, but I think he'll.
you got
I think he'll be
They
you
good.
did
got
they did announce him as their starter for week 1,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is a
I
little
It
shocking.
honestly it kind of surprised me. I thought they would either wait a little bit longer to announce it or start Gardner Minshew week 1 or 2.
yeah. This is probably a bad choice, but I drafted him to my one of my fantasy teams just to
I
see
did
him.
as well as an upside pick.
Maybe we'll do a fantasy draft later.
Oh yeah,
Fantasy
stay
Yeah.
draft
tuned
night.
for that
Yeah,
in
stay
an
tuned.
upcoming episode.
Just that's it. Or maybe we'll do some other stuff, but mostly just fantasy draft night.
All right, and then number 9 is Jared Verse, another Florida State defensive lineman. He had 9 sacks
Mhm.
last year, 22 tackles. Transfer from Albany. I haven't watched him play very much, to be honest.
What did he transfer
Yeah.
from Albany last year?
Before last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he should be good
So he did
then.
play. Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
9
probably be.
sacks, 17 tackles for loss, and 31 QB pressures.
Yeah, he'll
And then he
probably be
ranked
a.
fourth. He ranked fourth among FBS D linemen with pressure rate of 17%.
Yeah, he'll probably be a first round pick. The next Aaron Donald.
And then Micah Williams, edge out of Georgia, number 10.
Yeah,
Haven't really heard of him. Doesn't mean he's not good. Georgia players
he was behind
crazy good.
Jalen Carter and who did they draft to number 9? The Eagles. I mean, no, Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. So if he made it up to the top 10, he's got to be pretty good.
I don't know how the Eagles keep getting Georgia players. They're just gonna have to move to Georgia, kick Atlanta out.
Yeah, I don't know how they got Nolan Smith and they got Jalen Carter in the same round.
I think Jalen Carter could have gone top five. I like Tyree Wilson, but I think the Raiders should have gone Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
I'll pull up ESPN.
Preseason week 1, nothing too big happened.
So back to NFL news. The Ravens signed Jadeveon Clowney to a 1-year deal.
He hasn't done anything since that one highlight in college where he slammed that dude's helmet on the ground.
Jadeveon Clowney is in the decline of his career.
Yeah, he's not.
$6 million deal. He's 30. So
Yeah, I don't know. The Ravens are
I
gonna be
he
stacked.
mean he could pull something out of if he could get even 6 or 7 sacks for the Ravens. I feel like that's a win.
yeah, last year he had only 2 sacks in 12 games.
But he only played like 4 games or
He
whatever.
played 12 games and had 2 sacks, which is
Oh,
not very good.
okay. So
Also,
not very good
in
ratio.
bigger news, the Jets signed Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, that's a good
The Patriots
backfield.
signed Zeke. Some pretty big
I don't
additions.
I don't know why the Jets would go Dalvin Cook. I love Dalvin Cook. I think the Vikings should have kept him. But the Jets have Brees Hall. I know injury concerns, but unless you're going to run a two running back backfield, I feel like it's starting to get a little bit clogged in there.
I
Brees
don't
Hall
know,
was gonna
because
win. He was gonna win Offensive Rookie of the Year last year if he stayed healthy.
Yeah,
they got him on a really cheap deal, though. I think it was like $8 million for a year or something.
yeah, 1 year, 8 million, or
Yeah, it
something
was
like
really
that.
cheap, so I think it's a good signing.
And then Zeke to the Patriots.
Yeah,
Hayden,
I
how do
don't
you
know.
Take
feel
away
as a
touchdowns.
Cowboys fan?
I think Zeke is washed. I don't think he's that
He
great.
is washed.
He's
He
a
looked
good,
huge in that one clip of him walking off the field, though.
yeah. He's a good. Well, I think he's still like stronger than I just don't think he doesn't have that after his ankle injuries. He doesn't have that kind of agility anymore, really.
Hmm.
So I think he's really good for like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. The Cowboys would just hand it off to him, and it worked pretty well. So I think he'll steal a lot of touchdowns and be a good backup.
He's just going to take a whole bunch of snaps away from Ramondre Stevenson, and I took him in like 3 of my fantasy leagues, which I'm frustrated about.
Yeah, similar to Brees Hall, Ramondre Stevenson just losing value.
Yeah.
Especially in fantasy. Now, in real life, I think he's still going to be good, but in fantasy, especially this year, he's not going to be as good.
All right, and then
Yeah.
Traylon Burks got injured, sadly, but it is only for
James,
3 to 6 weeks, which could mean 2 or 3 games in the regular season.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
at
know
least
how.
we signed D-Hop, but
How do you feel about that as a Titans fan? Because I don't follow Traylon Burks that much. I mean, I know he was good, but
he was he showed signs. He had a lot of good plays. He just could
especially
not
the
stay
Packers and
healthy.
Eagles
Turf
games.
toe, and
Yeah,
then I think it was a concussion
concussion for a while.
yeah,
when he
that
got
was a bad
absolutely
hit that he
killed
got
by
a
AJ
concussion
Brown's
on.
team.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but if he can stay healthy, he'll be probably a top 3 wide receiver from that class, which was a really good class.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, you want to transition over to our NFL season predictions?
Yeah, probably.
sure.
Let me.
So,
Okay, so
we are going to. I can explain it. Sorry. We're going to go over our division winners, our Super Bowl matchups, our MVPs, our Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Offensive Rookie and Defensive Rookie of the Year.
let's start with what division?
NFC North. So
Right.
Bears, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
I feel like the Lions will win the division.
Yeah, me too. I think
Uh,
Lions or
it's
Bears.
I was I was gonna say Lions, but I have yeah, Bears are my sleeper team this year.
Yeah, Bears are
Vikings,
one of
I
them.
think are gonna
the
the
Vikings are not
Vikings are
going to be
gonna
as
be
good as
good.
last year. They did lose.
Yeah, there's no
They
way.
lost Dalvin Cook, obviously.
Yeah, that's big.
But I feel like it's obviously impossible to not like the Lions.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
their offense is just so electric, and then their defense got
It
a
was
couple
good.
small upgrades. It was really bad last
Mhm.
year, but they did make some moves to.
CJ, Gardner Johnson, and they kept Aiden Hutchinson, obviously.
And they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, for the
They
offense,
also
that's
had
gonna be
David
crazy.
Montgomery. They did lose Jamal Williams. They have David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, so that'll be
Yeah,
interesting. And then Jack Campbell, linebacker.
yeah.
He's looked crazy in preseason.
Amon Ra, St. Brown's gonna be great.
If Jamison Williams can stay healthy and not be
And
suspended,
not gamble.
he'll be.
Yeah, not gamble. Stop gambling, Jameson.
What, NFC East now?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tight. I think my Cowboys maybe got it. I don't know. It's gonna be tight between us and the Eagles.
I had to take Eagles. Just I know you don't like it, but the Eagles are just so stacked.
Yeah, they have
Jalen
probably the best
Carter
roster behind the 49ers.
finally, actually, we're gonna get to see Jalen Carter in a game. Fletcher Cox is still good. Brandon Graham is still good. Jordan Davis will actually get to play this year.
Yeah,
Nolan Smith off
I
the
feel
edge.
like
The
the Eagles,
defense is scary.
their biggest loss was, I guess, DeAndre Swift. Not they
yeah,
gained DeAndre Swift. I'm stupid. Miles Sanders they lost,
yeah,
but
And CJ Gardner Johnson.
they got DeAndre Swift. So basically, it's just a swap.
yeah,
They lost Javon Hargrave, but they got to replace him, they got Jalen Carter and they got um still Jordan Davis coming off the bench.
yeah. I
So
think Cowboys got it though.
I feel like the
Mhm.
Eagles, and then the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders are a sleeper team. I feel like though
Yeah.
Yeah.
they could have a good
Uh,
offense.
NFC South.
It's
Oh,
I
like
got
this is
Falcons.
a
one of the
toss
most
up.
tight with all four teams.
I got
I
Falcons.
have I have Saints, but I have them going like 8-9.
I have the Falcons.
I have Falcons. Cal Pitts,
Their offensive
Bijan,
line is solid, and then they obviously have probably
Desmond Ritter,
the best
Bijan.
rookie out of the class this year in Bijan Robinson. He's gonna be a stud,
Kyle
obviously.
Pitts is good too. If
If
he's not
if
hurt.
he can score touchdowns, he'll be insane.
Yeah.
If he
The only reason I have
touchdowns in
Saints,
America, he'll be insane.
Yeah, if they play in
the
London
only
though,
reason,
They do
easy.
play a game in London this year.
yeah. The only reason I have Saints is because I trust Derek Carr just a little bit more than Desmond Ritter. And I think not Drake London, or
Chris
sorry, Chris
Olave.
Olave is gonna take a huge step. Michael Thomas, slant man, might actually not be hurt for a full season.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, offensive line defense is good.
All right, and
NFC
then
West,
NFC West. I mean, 49ers.
Niners.
We all have 49ers.
I mean, they
Niners
Yeah,
are
have
there's
good.
no re
probably the best defense in the league.
Probably best roster in the league,
Best
except for
overall
quarterback.
roster. If they can just figure out the quarterback room and who's
It's
going to start out of Lance, Purdy, and Darnold,
yeah,
it should be Purdy.
Mhm.
Trey Lance was not good in preseason so far in
yeah.
the first game.
NFC
Yeah.
North is probably my tightest out of all of them.
AFC
Mhm.
North,
Yeah, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. I don't know.
I
I
could
think
see
it's.
any of them winning it, but
I see
realistically,
Bengals probably.
the Bengals are gonna win the division. But I could see anyone winning it.
Yeah,
I think Ravens are a
I
sleeper
could.
team. I think Ravens are the biggest sleeper team.
They all have good rosters top to bottom, but the Bengals.
I think any of those teams could win the division, and I think all like this is one of the divisions where like all four of you guys could make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna
Uh,
happen, but that's like,
Obviously the Bengals offense is the best for sure.
and their defense got a little bit
And
better,
then
but
I would say
the
the
rate,
Ravens and the Steelers defenses are better.
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, AFC East.
If Deshaun Watson isn't the worst quarterback in football, the Browns could actually be good.
Yeah. AFC East, Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins. I got
Another
Jets.
really close one.
I got Jets. Barely, but I got Jets.
So I got Dolphins, assuming healthy Tua the entire season. I'm
Yeah,
picking
healthy
Dolphins because
Tua, maybe Dolphins, but I think Jets.
Bills are also real. All the three top teams in this division are crazy good. So I
Yeah.
don't even.
I'm torn between the Bills and the Dolphins. I mean, if the Dolphins didn't do really anything to fix their offensive line, and Tua's just
I
getting
guess you're not
pretty
wrong.
much
Yeah.
killed in the backfield in training camp,
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. There's not a receiving duo better, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I mean, Jamar Chase and T Higgins is up there, but
And then AJ Brown and Devontae Smith is also up there.
I think the Bengals,
CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks is also up there.
the Dolphins, not the Bengals. The Dolphins, they could be an electric offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AFC South: Texans, Jags, Titans, and Colts. Jags.
I mean, me and Jacob
It's
probably
Jags.
have the same team. I
Yeah.
have the Titans. Okay, hear me
I
out. Here's my
also
argument.
It's Jags.
Here's my argument.
I have an argument as well. You can say yours first, but I also
Okay.
have a huge
We
argument.
started 7-3 last season. We were like the top of the AFC, I think. And then we played the Bengals, obviously, and that didn't go very well. And then we lost our last 6 games after that, after the
Yeah.
Bengals game. So we went on a 7-game losing streak to end the year. We still almost beat the Jaguars in the division, if it wasn't for Josh Dobbs throwing a 3-yard screen pass on 4th and 15.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
our roster just had so many injuries. Our defense is clearly better than probably any of the teams in the division.
Yeah.
Could be a top 10 defense this year.
I think Trevor Lawrence though is like he's definitely top 10.
No,
Definitely.
the Jaguars have the best offense for sure, but the Titans roster is just so underrated with Sean Murphy Bunting and then Aziz Alshire on the defense, free agents.
Yeah.
And obviously
Skoronsky adds way too
Kevin
much.
Byard.
Yeah.
We got a really
Can I make my pointing about the
yeah.
Titans this year? So for one, I think our offensive line didn't improve, but it got like a little bit better. It like almost because we lost Taylor Lewan, Ben Jones, but we got younger, we got deeper on the offensive line.
Yeah.
But my big thing is Harold Landry. Harold Landry, 12 and a half sacks just 2 years ago. He missed the entire last season
Yeah.
with an ACL tear. And having an elite edge rusher and Arden Key, who you forgot to mention is as an addition, he had a whole bunch of QB pressures with the Jags. So I'm not saying that the Titans are definitely going to win this division. I think the Jaguars, if I wasn't a biased Titans fan, I probably would pick the Jags, to
Yeah.
be completely honest. But that my argument is as long as we stay healthy, we should not run away with it, but we should win the division.
Also, Mike Vrabel is the best coach in that division. I don't
Yeah.
care. I
He's
don't
he's a
care what you
great
say about
coach.
Doug
Yeah.
Peterson, but like I just lost what I was gonna say. Like Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry, even though he's coming
Yeah.
on 30.
Mhm.
I mean, the DeAndre Hopkins edition is gonna be hopefully insane with him, and then Traylon Burks on the other side, Shig in the slot, and then Derrick Henry in the backfield. Our offense will be much improved.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Hopefully
that's the reason I think that the Cowboys are going to win it over the Eagles because of our offense. I'm just bringing it back to that really quick. Cowboys have Brandon Cooks and CeeDee Lamb, so now CeeDee's not doing everything. We got Jake Ferguson, and then our defense. Well, we kept him, and he's good. He was doing great as a backup, and now he's going to do great as a starter. And then we got Mozzie Smith, which is our really only big thing at defense, was like run stop, and he's a run stop. So
Yeah.
Well,
Cowboys
you know
got
who
it.
the Eagles have though?
Yeah.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Swift. One of the better.
We have Tony
Josh
Pollard.
Scott.
Tony
Jalen
Pollard.
Hurts is the better quarterback over Dak
Okay,
Prescott for sure.
but we're better overall. So let's just go into the AFC West.
Okay, AFC West.
Broncos, Chiefs,
Uh,
Chargers, Raiders,
do we all
Chiefs.
do we all have Chiefs?
Chiefs.
I think
mean,
Chargers will be close, but
As
Chiefs.
long as Patrick Mahomes doesn't die, and as long as he has living humans to throw to, he could throw me out there, and he'd still be a top receiver, and they'd still make the playoffs and win the division. But
Yeah.
he's just the best quarterback hands down.
Yeah, it's not really even close to me. My only sleeper in that division is Broncos. I'm a big Sean Payton guy. I
Yeah.
don't know if he can fix Russell Wilson, but if he can, Broncos are my sleeper Super Bowl team, to be honest. They're my dark horse championship team.
I mean, losing Tim Patrick, Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton could have a really good year, but we've said that the last
Yeah.
3 or 4 years though, and it's never
Yeah.
happened.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying that's just my sleeper.
All right.
Uh,
Let's do
so who do you guys
individual
have winning? Yeah.
MVP. Okay. I have two. I think if it's just what I think right now, like safe pick, I think it's Burrow. I don't like him, but I think he's too good to. I think he'll be an MVP. But my sleeper is Lamar. He's got 5 first-round wide receivers
I mean, none of them are good besides OBJ.
and Zay Flowers. And
Fast, yeah.
do they keep them? I don't know. They have good receivers, and they have a good O line. They have Mark Andrews. I think it'll be good.
All right, and here's my MVP. I've got for like my true MVP, who I think's gonna actually win it. I think it's gonna be Mahomes.
Yeah,
I could see Burrow, like you said, but Mahomes is just so crazy good. And then for my actual like the sleeper MVP, I see Lamar. That was what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna think of a different one just because you said that. I'm gonna say my sleeper is Trevor Lawrence, which I
yeah,
hate saying that, but
yeah.
he on the trajectory he's on, he went from worst quarterback to top 10 quarterback. If he keeps going on this trajectory, he'll be top three by the end of the year.
He's
But
got great
I would rather
weapons
it
as
be
well.
Mahomes. Who's your MVP pick, Aiden?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is the most valuable player to a team, but I don't think he's gonna win it again. I feel like it could be. I feel like Lamar Jackson's gonna have a fantastic year,
Yeah, I think so too.
and
That's why
he's
he's
gonna
my
win his
sleeper.
first MVP since 2017, right?
Yeah,
Was it?
19.
he won it in
No, it was 17.
2019
It was
year.
17. Yeah. He's got
Was
the
it
best.
17?
He's had this year is gonna have. He's gonna have the best receiving core he's had. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, OBJ, and then obviously
Yeah,
Mark Andrews, J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. And then
he
obviously
won it
his
in
running
2019.
ability. He's
Yeah,
basically
he won it in 2019, not 17. Whatever.
You agreed with him, Hayden.
Well, I don't know. I got confused with him and Aaron Rodgers winning it.
offensive player of the year. Who you got?
Offensive player, offensive rookie.
Offensive offensive rookie.
Bijan, easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bijan's my pick. Or Bryce Young. It's gonna be Bijan or Bryce Young for me. One of the
Bijan's
two,
too
but
good
probably
to
Bijan.
not be.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
Bijan is gonna be an absolute dog.
yeah, I got Bijan as well. He's got
yeah.
a good O line, and he could arguably be the best running back after this year in the whole league. I
Yeah,
mean, with
Mhm.
his explosiveness, he can play receiver too. He's like CMC, uh, in terms of play style.
but stronger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Defensive rookie, I've got Devon Witherspoon,
I
but
thought about that. I went with Tyree Wilson, but I think it's gonna be Jalen
yeah,
Carter.
I
But
could I could see that.
Devon Witherspoon was one of my picks.
Yeah, I Jalen Carter or Devon Witherspoon are my two. I'm not a Tyree Wilson guy, but that's just me.
Yeah,
yeah.
He has high end potential
I
though.
got Christian Gonzalez.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good
I
one.
think
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
the best corner out of the draft this year. Out of Oregon. Uh, I mean he fits the New England scheme perfectly.
yeah,
He's gonna be he's the number 1 or 2 corner, I believe, right?
He'd
yeah,
probably be number
I
one.
mean J.C. Jackson's not there anymore, obviously. Though I think he's gonna be a stud.
yeah. All right, offensive player. I got Tyreek Hill. With the healthy Tua, it's Tyreek Hill. He was he was uh he was shooting for 2,000 yards until
But
who'd you put?
my pick is Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I thought about that.
I mean, his first 2 years were already insane, but I feel like if Joe Burrow can stay healthy, and obviously if Jamar can stay healthy, I believe he missed a couple games last year,
Yeah, he did.
but I mean he's just gonna break out again.
Yeah,
I have Justin Jefferson,
I thought
but
about that.
My sleeper is honestly, I think Bijan could go and win an AFC Offensive Player of the Year or just Offensive Player of the Year in general.
Yeah,
He's so crazy talented. I would not be surprised.
yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
So who did you guys have winning the AFC this year?
Wait, we haven't done Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh
My
shoot, my
favorite
bad.
pick.
Okay,
My
Jacob.
favorite pick
Well,
for
I know.
Micah
I'm
Parsons.
sorry.
Well,
I know that's
we know what Hayden's gonna do. So
I know
Jacob,
that's CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
Jacob, who do you
I know
think?
that's CeeDee Lamb, but it's Micah Parsons winning Defensive Player of the Year.
I was thinking Leighton Vander
yeah.
Esch, but whatever. Jacob, who's your pick?
What?
uh, so my Defensive Player of the Year pick, I don't think mine's kind of boring. I think it's either going to be Nick Bosa again or it's going to be Aaron Donald.
I think Aaron Donald's on the decline, going way
Yeah,
down.
I just can't see Aaron Donald being bad 2 years in a row.
I don't know why I said decline, like it's decline, but it's trying to make it sound more fun.
While I feel like Micah Parsons could be like the best edge rusher by the end of the year, maybe. I feel like T.J. Watt is gonna win it. I
I
mean,
don't know.
Oh, I forgot about TJ
he
I
Watt.
don't
he
know.
dominated 2 years ago. He led the
2
league
years
in
ago.
Yeah,
sacks, and then last year he had a just as good year. If it wasn't for Nick Bosa, he would have won it.
I was
Hey,
thinking
Micah
also
got
Miles
second
Garrett.
in voting, okay? So if it wasn't for Bosa and Parsons, Watt would have won it.
Yeah, and I feel like
Um,
Watt is gonna take another step up this year.
Okay, well, Parsons
yeah.
bulked up to like 250 over the summer. So I think he's got it.
Did he just eat McDonald's the entire time? Is that how you booked him?
No, he actually like got big, like
Okay.
muscle, just massive.
All right, AFC champion.
I got probably Bengals. I,
Um,
I think if everybody stays healthy, it's Bengals.
yeah. I've got Chiefs, but I'm looking out for the Ravens and I'm also looking out for the Broncos, which I think I said earlier.
I don't think Broncos. I like the Ravens though. I think they could do it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if everything falls into line for the Broncos could actually make the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
Also the Jets, but I'm just not sold on the Jets coaching staff more than anything.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean there are plenty of dark horses in the AFC. I mean the Chargers, the Broncos, the Ravens, obviously. But I think the Bengals do win it this year. I mean
yeah.
their
All right.
offense is probably the best in the AFC. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think them or the Dolphins is the best offense in the
yeah,
AFC.
but the
Yeah.
Bengals just all around. They have Joe Mixon, the Broncos or the Dolphins running back. Who
Von Chain,
Jeff,
he's
Jeff
fast.
Wilson, Raheem Mostert. They have a bunch of just guys, but nobody
Yeah.
who's on the level of Joe Mixon.
NFC winner. I would love to
Hey,
say.
I hate it. I swear if you say
I would
Cowboys.
love to say Cowboys. I think it's gonna be Eagles or Niners.
You got to pick one.
I think it's 49ers.
I was
Actually,
gonna
no. I
say
think it's
49ers.
Eagles. I think it's Eagles. I don't trust 49ers quarterback play.
I like the Eagles. I mean, Jalen Carter's gonna be a beast. They
Yeah,
pretty much have Georgia as their defense. But Jalen Hurts is gonna ball out again. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith are gonna ball out again. DeAndre Swift, I feel like, is a minor upgrade for Miles Sanders.
yeah,
Um, I mean, their running game's gonna be insane. The QB sneaks going crazy. That's who I got.
their
Yes.
O line is
So
just not there.
I feel like a dark
Jason
horse.
Kelsey,
I feel like a
Jordan
dark
Mailata.
horse could be the Saints, though.
Nah,
I mean, they're
it
off.
could. I can kind of see
I
it.
think Falcons are dark horse.
So my pick for the NFC is I think this year it's finally gonna be 49ers. It's been a while. It feels like it's finally the 49ers year.
Yeah,
But I definitely agree, Eagles. It's gonna be Eagles Niners in the NFC Championship game, barring some key injuries.
I mean,
yeah.
as long as the 49ers play the Cowboys again, it's an easy lock for the 49ers.
Okay. You know
As
what?
long as
That
Zeke
was
doesn't come out and play center again.
Tony Pollard got hurt.
Tony
Okay, it
Pollard will play
was
center? Okay.
no. Tony Pollard got hurt in the game. Okay, we had it We had it bagged up.
No, you did not. Okay.
And then we
Super Bowl
spilled.
winners. So, Jacob, you got, what, 49ers and
49ers Chiefs. You guys have both got Bengals Eagles.
No, I don't. I got
So,
Bengals Cowboys. I'm the stereotypical Cowboy. I think we got it this year. I
we
Just
them
saying.
boys, it's our year.
I think we got it this year. Trust me. Trust me. Watch.
I don't trust you. I'm gonna say I think that the 49ers win it this year. I just think they're not good enough to win it this year. I know the Chiefs is the safer pick, but I think Brock Purdy takes a step up. I don't think he's gonna win MVP or anything, but I think he enters that top 15 quarterback conversation.
Yeah. I
And
think this is tough because Eagles and Bengals, the most electric teams in their
Yeah.
respective conferences.
yeah,
I think the Bengals win it. I mean, their offense is just gonna overpower the Eagles' defense, and I feel Jamar Chase, if that is the case, he would win Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I didn't say my Super Bowl MVP. And in my case, I think it would be Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Just I think he would if this is my scenario. I think he goes for like 120 yards on the ground and then like 75 yards receiving with three
And
scores.
30 yards passing.
Yep.
They pull out the Philly
Trifecta.
special, but to Christian
Go for
McCaffrey.
the trifecta.
Yeah,
MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl winner, touchdown, reception, receiving, rushing, and passing.
I think so. If I'm going Cowboys, which I am, because I think it's an upset in the like NFC Championship. Assuming Cowboys make it, I have Cowboys Bengals. I think Bengals win. I don't know. I could see both teams winning. I think Bengals probably win just because their
and a
offense.
Cowboys Bengals Super Bowl. I think I'd actually honestly I'd take the Cowboys just because of their defense, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. If we could lock up Jamar Chase, then we have it. So if the Bengals won, it'd be Jamar Chase with the Super Bowl MVP. If the Cowboys won, it'd probably be CeeDee Lamb.
If you lock up Jamar Chase, then you got T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Also,
Well,
Still Joe
that's why
Mixon.
we got Stephon Gilmore for a 5th-round pick. He was
That was a steal of a trade.
first in zone coverage last year. First in zone coverage rating.
yeah.
So, and our safeties, we have enough players to lock up everybody but Jamar Chase maybe. But I think Trayvon Diggs, he took a huge step up last year. Maybe not in INTs, but just play overall. I think he could
Like
take.
coverage.
I think he could take another step up and maybe be good enough to do that. I think we got. If the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, I don't think we're losing. It's just getting to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's the problem of
You
getting
gotta
there.
get
It's
over
not the
the hump.
problem.
But
Yeah,
I think if everything goes well for the Bengals, it could be Bengals win Super Bowl, Burrow wins MVP, and Jamar Chase wins Offensive Player, which would be wild.
yeah, but that's very possible.
Yeah. Hey, you want to end it off on something random like ice cream or something?
Yeah, let's do our random ranking of the day.
Oh, just say your favorite brand and then favorite flavor.
Favorite brand?
I mean, you don't have to do brand,
Like
but
or like favorite shop.
This is gonna be kind of
I'm
random.
going. I'll start. I'm going Bluebell as the brand, and I'm
That's
going
fair.
chocolate peanut butter overload. I don't know if you've had it. It's absolutely amazing.
That is pretty good.
It's
Yeah,
like
I don't disagree.
chocolate ice cream, but like not too much chocolate, and then it's got
Mhm.
Reese's cups in it, and then it's got like chocolate like balls in it. It's good. It's like amazing.
All right. Can I
Yeah,
go?
you go.
Okay, so my favorite is I like Ben and Jerry's. Is my favorite ice cream like a
Yeah,
company. But my favorite flavor is probably mint chocolate chip. But it's
yeah,
got to be a good mint chocolate chip. It's got to be a good one.
yeah. Mint chocolate chips, good.
It's good when it's good, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
um, I would also say Bluebell.
yep, that's good.
Ah, but I'd say cookie dough.
Yeah, cookie dough is
yeah,
good.
cookie dough is delicious. All right,
Anything else?
that's gonna do it for today's episode because I've got to go.
Yeah, we got to get to the
Um,
Nolensville football game.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Make sure to
We're
like
gonna
and
get the
So,
dub.
subscribe.
Yeah, do that, and
signing off.
we'll try to post
See you
like
next
Yeah,
week.
we'll
once
try
or
to
twice
Yeah.
post
a week,
once a week,
or once a week, or once every other week, something like that.
and we'll get some live
Yeah.
meetups too.
Yeah,
Some
live,
live
and we'll bring in
videos.
some guests. Try to bring in some guests.
hmm And I'll get some shorts. Getting some shorts popped up.
Yeah, I can't do anything. That's okay.
It's okay, Hayden.
So
You're
oh well.
the sponsor. You gotta tell people.
Yeah, hey, I found some interesting topics to talk about. So
All right, signing off for now.
all right, see ya.
See you next week.